Hey everybody, hi, welcome to Old Style Classic Baseball Cards. I'm Robert, and it's Sunday, January 28th, 2024. Doing this video in the middle of the night, but I probably won't post it till later today, or maybe even one of the Monday or something like that, depending what I do later today, if I get anything else. But the reason I'm doing this video right now is because I was digging through one of my box of cards that I brought home from Albuquerque, and I saw a few cool cards in there that I wanted to show and talk about, which seemed timely because of the Hall of Fame voting announcements this week. Voting in Adrian Beltre, Joe Mauer, and Todd Helton. And so I came across some cards that seemed needed to get a review. And I still had these other 4 packs of Ginter that I want to open. I'm sitting here and I want to open the rest of these packs. So I was just going to open them and then maybe show you guys if I gotten anything good. But I'd rather just make a video. That way I have another video that I can put out whenever I need to put it out in the next few days. So I have something, because next week at work's going to be really busy. And I was just watching a video about like cards and bobblehead dudes or something like that, talking about how Topps changed their terms and conditions after he talked with the escalations department about the Wander Franco redemptions. And he's saying, well, that is basically fraud that they changed it after he spoke with them, because basically what they're doing is offering people like $50 credit for their Wander Franco cards, and it said we'll give you 2 to 4 times what the value of the card is, current market value. Well, the current market value is $5 for an autographed Wander Franco card, let's say. But you've been waiting 2 years to get this redemption, or a year and a half. Well, that's BS. And then they, after he complained, they went online, changed their terms and conditions, but it said the last time it was updated was in 2022. So one, they didn't change that, oh, we just changed our terms and conditions. That's problem number one. Yeah, that's shady. Problem number two, and maybe people should get together, and it doesn't have to do just with Wander Franco, any of these redemption problems that people like me have had with Topps, is maybe somehow find a way of doing a class action lawsuit against them. Because, for example, in that situation, let's say 7-8 months ago you got a redemption for Wander Franco. This is before any of this news came out about him, and cards were going for $300, $500, $600. You get the redemption card, you send in your redemption to Topps, and let's say that's in July. Okay, the value of the card, if it was in the pack at that point in time like it's supposed to be, and you turned around and sold that card in the next few weeks and got $600 or $700 for it, and then a month or 2 later all this other stuff happens, his card prices plummet, and then so now Topps is like, well, we don't want to send those cards out because of the problems he's having, but we're going to give you the value of what those cards are today, which is nothing, or X amount of money, which is still multiple times less than what the card was worth when you received the redemption. And okay, I get that. When you redeemed the card, when you go online and you give them that code, that's the price. Whatever the card was worth at that point in time is the value they should be giving you, at least as a replacement or credit or whatever. Not what he's worth after he's fallen. Because the problem is, we bought a pack of cards, and that card was supposed to be in there because you couldn't do your job and get that card done in time and signed. That's not the buyer's problem. That's like saying, oh, we couldn't build your house this year even though we took your money and said we're going to build you a house, but we're going to do it in 5 years because we can't do it. That's not how it works. You took my money to buy supplies and all the stuff and whatever it is that you do, pay your employees, but you haven't done a thing. You send me a redemption card. That's nothing. I mean, that's in the pack. But, you know, that's BS. Top should have to pay what the value was the day that the person redeemed their code. And so that happened to me. I got that Method Man 2018 black framed mini autograph Method Man redemption. Now, he didn't sign cards. He backed out or whatever. But it took him 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, into 2023. So 5 to 6 years. And then they don't even say, they didn't even send me a notice or what the card was for. I could only assume it was for that because that's the only redemption I had out for all that time. That they send me a Kris Bryant card from like 8 years ago or however long ago, like a sticker autograph base card, and this is after Kris Bryant has fallen off the face of the earth with all these injuries, and his autograph cards are probably worth $70, $100 maybe, because for 5 or 6 years now he hasn't maintained any level of stardom in the sense of being a top player, all-star level player. So that card maybe when it first came out might have been worth $300, $400 at best if it was graded, but now it's worth 100 or less. And you're going to tell me that, let's just say in the middle, $85 card is the same value of a limited short print numbered celebrity that's got a huge following, not for just a few years when you were good, but literally since they came out, the Wu-Tang Clan. And you're going to tell me his short print autograph card that would probably be worth $400, $500, $600, great, you know, numbered, an $80 card is the equivalent value of that at least $400 card. And you're giving me a different product. I bought Topps Allen Ginter. I didn't buy Topps Bowman Platinum and get a redemption. And then you're redeeming me a Bowman Platinum card. No, you should be redeeming me the same value that that card would have been worth at the time that I sent in the redemption, which was in 2018. So you got to figure some way of figuring, well, what do you think this card would be worth? And if you don't have those cards to compare it to, okay, well, who's somebody on a similar level of celebrity? You choose somebody. Tommy Lee from the Motley Crue when he had a card out. Maybe Axl Rose. Some other celebrity that you've had in a similar card and say, okay, well, we've taken like 5 other people who were similar, that are celebrities, non-sports, numbered cards. What are they worth? What's the average? Well, sorry, sir, we can't get this card because Method Man's backed out and he won't sign. But we want to make this right to you. We think that the average, based on what we just figured out, that this card's worth $400. Here's a Allen Ginter. Here's a few Allen Ginter cards that we could offer you that we find is running about the same value. Here's like 3 to pick from if you like, or we can give you the money or some credit or something like that. But no, they're gonna come along and say, oh well, nobody knows what his card would have been worth. No, you have an idea. And number one, you're giving me something that I didn't ask for. You didn't tell me what you're giving me this card for. You never said, hey, this is to replace that card. You never did any of that. And that's some shady crap, because if I had gotten that card in the pack and I chose to sell that card, whether it's on eBay or something, I could have found out the market value at that time. Maybe it would have sold for $85. Maybe it would have sold for $800. Maybe it would have sold for $1,800. Who knows? But the fact that that card wasn't there that's supposed to be, and that's your fault for not being able to get people to maintain their contracts with you, or you don't pay him, or whatever the problem is, that's not my problem. That's on you. Now, I bet you if this went to court, now Topps would probably be like, oh, well, we got all these lawyers and stuff. We can fight it. And that's what they hope, is nobody's going to fight them. Well, if a bunch of people got together and said, hey, you know what, we're going to get together and, hey, Mr. Judge and jury or whoever, this is what's happened. This is what we bought. This is why we're buying this stuff. They have intrinsic value. It's a crapshoot. But they did not provide to me what was supposed to be in here. And they were not able to fulfill that. And on top of that, I have to wait 5.5 years. So where's my, if I had that card and I sold it for $1,000 and I put that in a bank or invested it in something, where's the money that I lost out on, potentially? If I put it in the bank and I would have got at least some interest or something like that, where's the makeup for that? You know, if enough people took them, and then the guy has screenshots of their terms and conditions from before they just changed it without saying, oh, we changed our terms and conditions, I bet you they'd be taken to the cleaners. But of course, like all big companies, we will fight, we can outspin these guys on that. So they would rather pay their lawyers hundreds of thousands of dollars to fight this, instead of giving the 100, 200 people that you screwed over on these redemptions $5,000, whatever. It cost you $20,000 to fix the issue with the people that got screwed over, but you'd rather pay hundreds of thousands to cover your lawyers. Yeah, well, at some point in time, somebody's going to get sick of it. They're going to go after Topps. They're going to screw with the wrong person who has money. And it's like, no. For principle's sake, they're going to go after him or something. Or you guys are going to have to get together and do a class action lawsuit. Because, hey, You promised me this. I paid for this. You promised me that. And you couldn't keep your end of the promise. And then you're trying to say, oh, you gave me a $20 bill. I promised to give you another. Hey, guess what? You gave us $20. We're going to give you $20 back. But I don't have $20 right now. So 5 years from now, I'll give you $2. Hey, that's 10%. Isn't that good enough? What? And for what? What did I get? A hassle? A pain in the... And I'm losing money? What is this? The slowest slot machine in the world? Anyhow. So, I digress, people. Sorry about that. That got me going. Alright, so anyways, in those cards that I was looking at, you know, there were some other Hall of Famers, but I just grabbed the Roberto Clemente because there's a lot of Clemente collectors out there. Like Clemente Collector, Mangini, all them boys, Diamond Kings, Roberto Clemente. So that was just a placeholder, so that I was showing something. Alright. What shall I do? Alright. Another recent Hall of Famer, Vladimir Guerrero, Diamond King. That is one of those paper framed Diamond Kings. Gypsy Queen did something very similar to that. So Vladimir Guerrero, 2019. So that was, I believe, prior to him going in the Hall of Fame. So that's pretty cool. Alright, then, I don't know if this is playing days. I don't think so. No, I don't think, well, it could be. Let's see here. Well, I don't know. Adrian Beltre, one of your 3 newest voted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Adrian Beltre, crowning moment from Panini Diamond Kings. So, congratulations to Adrian Beltre. That's a pretty nice looking card for a Panini. So there you go. Adrian Beltre inducted into the Hall of Fame a little later this year, about 6 months from now probably. Alright. So that's pretty cool. And then I ran across, I had bought one of those Upper Deck Goudey packs when I was in Albuquerque. That was in their little bargain area, bargain bin, let's just call it. And that was the one in Rio Rancho. Can't quite remember the name of the store, but pulled a pack of those because I saw them sitting there, and I've opened these before. And that's 240 card baseball series Goudey. That's one of the red backs. And this is like the Andre Dawson I had, similar. It's not exactly the same. Both Upper Deck. One might have been just an insert or a different year. Because the Andre Dawson has a different front. So anyways, Todd Helton just voted into the Hall of Fame. So congratulations, Todd Helton. Card 93, Redback Goudey. And that's the Todd Helton Big League Baseball cards. And then the Sage one that I was talking about. So you see how this background's like this, but this is more of a picture. That's like my Andre Dawson, except my Andre Dawson has, instead of this big league here, it says sports royalty up here. Well, then, like, the Sage cards are the Sports Kings. It's the same design. It's the same size, maybe a little thinner stock, and it's not glossy like that. It's more of a flat, like, back as well. A little more papery, if that makes any sense. And of course the back's different. It's not gray, it's like white, but it's kind of just paper front and back. And those Sage cards, I believe it's Sage, they're more known for, the cards are kind of cheap, but they do give you some pretty decent relics. Although some of the relics don't have images, which I don't know why they're worth so much more than some other relics, but anyways, the image of like Andre Dawson on the card is going to be more like a painting, like it's more like a what do they call it? What is that art called? Like, you know, the Burger King Star Wars posters, or the Coca-Cola baseball posters, or like the old original Allen Ginters, how it's more like a painting of the person instead of an image that's kind of filtered to look more like a painting. So bear with me just a second. Alright people, I had to pause it for about 10 seconds so I can rack my brain, because it's a pool table. Anyhow, that's funny. I haven't used that pun in a while. Racking my brain, people. I'm racking my brain. Why? Because I'm a boob, as my wife would say. She should have said I'm boobs. Anyhow, it's illustration art the word that I was thinking of. So these are, the upper deck ones are a photo with some illustration in the background. The Sports Kings, which is the same exact design, except it says Sports Kings instead of Goudey or Sports Royalty like the other Andre Dawson upper deck I have. The image is of illustration art, so like an art card, like Dick Perez, or you know, Diamond Kings, or the Dick Perez sketch cards, or any of those. So the quality is cheaper on those, but so I just ordered me a Dawson from that set, not this set, but the Sports Kings. But anyways, off track there because I couldn't think of that word. So you got Todd Helton. So this is back when Upper Deck was still doing pretty cool stuff. You know, they were trying to compete with Allen Ginters and the Gypsy Queens and the Tops 206 and Tops 205 and National Chicle and Panini Golden Age and Hometime Heroes. So these were Upper Deck's attempts at doing those, and these were pretty cool. You know, and then Topps would bring back like the Cracker Jack cards, which were about this size. Not the Cracker Jack from the product, but Cracker Jack. They had a hobby set for a year or two, but you can see that's 2007, so that's even before they started doing Goodwin Champion. So this is probably their first attempt at responding to Allen Ginter, because Allen Ginter came out 2006. This is 2007, so that's definitely a Playing Days card of Todd Helton. So stand on your head and look at that, or you know, you can view that as abstract art. See the world from a different angle if you're laying in your bed on that side or this side. If you want to read it too. Anyhow, so that's cool. I didn't see any Joe Mauer, but I just went through like a single row box, and so no Joe Mauers to look at unless, and I'm pretty sure he's not an Allen Ginter, so Let's move on. So I was almost going to cut this up because I went on Central rant. It's like you usually don't agree with a lot of stuff that they do here in California. But occasionally they'll do something that I do agree with. But then they do like 20 things to offset the one thing that I like. So for example, we have to pay a CRV on like every can of soda. So like my Diet Dr. Pepper here is a nickel for every can that you're paying a CRV to get you to recycle. Now when I first moved here, that was kind of a shock that I had to pay an extra dollar or something for a 12 pack. If it said it was $6, then I'm paying like $8 because of the CRV. But in the same parking lot at the Safeway, in the parking lot they had a little can recycling thing where a guy would sit out there and you'd go over, bring your bag of cans, and you'll get, like every 2 months or every month, and you would get $20 back. So they would weigh your cans and you'd get your $20 back. Or your plastic bottles, like your water bottles, a nickel each, and then the bigger bottles were 10 cents each, like the 20-ounce Cokes. And then I used to ask, because in Albuquerque they didn't do that. They didn't have a deposit. So you would bring your cans in and they would pay you the price of aluminum. So if aluminum was 46 cents per pound and you brought in like 5 pounds, you would get 46 times 5. Of course, they're not paying you. Maybe the aluminum was really 55 cents and they're going to pay you 46 cents, and it would adjust. So I would ask, like, hey, am I getting just my CRV back, or am I getting the CRV plus whatever the value of the aluminum is? And of course, they can never answer that question. So that would kind of make me mad, but because in reality, I should still get the aluminum's value as well. But now, all those little shops have closed down. So now you only have like 3 or 4 in the whole area covering like 7 cities. Like a scrap yard. You have to go over to a junkyard where there's no parking. There's like 50 people, and like 30 of them are like the homeless people that roam around and grab their cans. And you have to sit there and wait. And it might be worth it. You might get, if you saved up for like 4 months and then drove it all at once, get 40 or 50, $60 back. But then you have to load it up and, sit it out in your patio and let it gather up, and attract bugs and all that stuff. And drag it down, bring it over there, wait in line just to get your money back, drive halfway across town, gas is like $5 a gallon, sit there and wait after being in traffic and all this, and then you get your money. But then you only have limited time you can go there, because there are hours. So now you have to spend part of your weekend, because of course you can't do it when you get off work. They're already closed. So now you have to spend part of your weekend like a million other people are trying to do. Now keep in mind, we got like 4 million people down in the South Bay. And then they say, oh, well, we're going to require like 7-Eleven and Target and these places to take back your cans, but they'll only take back like 24 pack, like 50 cans or something like that, because they got like a trash can that they can fill it. And so you're supposed to bring your stuff back every, you bought 24 pack of soda and you're supposed to bring it in there every week to get your $3 back. And then they don't want to do it, or the person doesn't even know that they're supposed to do that. And so then what does California do instead of getting rid of it, because nobody else can? Those companies went out of business for a reason, because everything's so expensive here. They can't afford to even operate their little tough shed out in the parking lot. So what do? Instead of getting rid of it, they double down and say, oh, now we're going to start charging for milk cartons and like juice bottles, you know, like the big bottles of like orange juice that you get at the store. And it's like, that's insane. All right, people, sorry. Moreno, so I feel like we're getting another repeat box here. So that's not a good sign. Altuve. I don't even know what my point was. But there we go, Miss Anna Waters. The GOAT at pickleball. Got her autograph. Their cards are going $200, $300, $400. Dual autographs over $1,000. So professional pickleball champ. Anna Lee Waters, you can look her up on ESPN Plus. I think like on E30 they have like a whole pickleball thing or one of those shows. You should probably just look it up on YouTube. Somebody probably uploaded it. So that's the lovely Miss Waters. Alright, we're looking for hits and short prints here, people. And I mean short prints like Brooklyn backs or something. Kendall, that's a nice, pretty well centered card and really pops. The color really stands out on that card with his uniform, and it looks like that was fresh ink. And that is a short print. 313. So that's pretty cool. And our insert is Hall of Famer Chipper Jones, spotless ban. And as before, we will wait till the end to do the minis. Alright, so pull the mini out, put it over here. Alright, Sosa rookie card for the Whited Sox. Palmer, I believe is a soccer footballer. Ollie. Mr. Nico Horner. Chicago Cubs. A rookie card of Henry. Tommy. And our insert is music to your ears, the Temple Blocks. Alright, so far not so great. Anna Waters is probably the nicest card we've gotten so far. Alright. Manny Machado. Cabrera rookie card. Oswaldo. That's where Oswaldo is. Hey, and I didn't even think of that joke until just today. After like 3 months. The Web, that's always a cool looking card. Wonder what that would look like on the hot box version. Or Chrome if they ever do it. And then Musina, Mike Musina, I believe. Yep. Another short print high number. My wife's favorite, Bryce Harper. Alright, last pack, people. These last 3 blasters have not been very good. The minis have been alright. And we got one foil filigree. But other than that, nothing at all, no hits. Bradley, rookie. Taj. Brown. Hunter Brown. Apodaca. Fleetwood Mac singing, skateboarding, cranberry juice drinking. Dogface Nathan Apodaca. Alright. Ronald Acuna Jr. That's alright. That's just the base, so centering is not great. It's not horrible, but it seems a little off left to right, top to bottom, just a bit. And another music to your ears. So we didn't even get a talented card out of that second stack, so needless to say that was pretty disappointing. I mean, they're cool, but I'm talking disappointing in the fact that we didn't get any short prints or major card. I mean, yeah, that's okay, but obviously we'd rather have like Corbin Carroll at this point, because it's what, fifth, sixth year playing card for him. But it is his Hall of Fame. I mean, his could be the thing that gets him over the hump into the Hall of Fame. His MVP year. So we'll put this Kindle card up near the top because that's pretty cool. It really stands out. And we'll put the lovely lady at the top, and we'll put Altuve way at the bottom, along with Bryce. Alright. A couple of music to your ears cards. So we'll leave Anna there for a few seconds so you guys can enjoy her card. I'll go ahead and flip her over so you can read about her comings and goings and doings and what have you. Alright, see if you can read that. So mini number 1 would have been the last pack. That is a birdie. Allen Ginter back, so once again, another short print. I'll leave Acuna up there too. For you baseball card fans. So that's pretty nice, pretty well centered there. John Birdie for the Miami Marlins. Not a rookie card though. Next, alright, retail exclusive black border, well centered rookie card, Grissom. So that might be the best we do, folks. Vaughn Grissom, a rookie, but really nice shape. Really looks good. And I don't know if I have the black border version of that. Next to last, Myers. That's the first base out of this box. We've got a few more bases in the last one. So Will Myers, a little off-center left to right there. Finally, another short print. Ropa Vieja from Spain. So I believe I already have that, but that's a short print. So when I say short print, I'm pretty much talking about anything that's harder odds to get than, let's say, the gold border, which is like 1 in 11 packs. So you can get a short print like 1 in every 2 packs, and that's for the full size cards. And then I think short print, high number short print, anything over 300, so 301 up, and the minis are about 1 in 8, something like that. And then of course the A and G backs 1 in 5, the black borders are 1 in 10, the golds are about 1 in 11, and those are retail exclusive. Then the rookie design variant, it's about 1 in 8, something like that. Those are retail exclusives as well. So anything above that, any of the short prints that are harder to get than like 1 in 11 packs, I call short prints. So this is like 1 in 37 packs. Yeah, some things might be 1 in 16. So they're just that much harder to get. Like that would be like 1 in every 2 blasters. You know, and these, if it's like 1 in 37, those are like 1 in every 4 blasters or something like that. You do the math, right? And then some of them are even harder than that to get. Then you get like the short prints, which would be like Brooklyn back, a no numbered, and then like the super suit. There's two kind of super short prints for me. There's obviously the super short print that comes in the rip card. Those are all super short prints. But then anything like a hit, like a metal card, stained glass, wood, or like one of those super rare minis, like the whole World Series cards or any of that. So anyways, that's short print. That's my reasoning behind that. So, well, nothing too much to write home about, folks. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up there, but congratulations to Beltre and Todd Helton. Congratulations last year to Vlad. And you Clemente guys, there you go. Alright, thanks for watching Old Style Classic Baseball Cards. Sorry I went on so many tirades. But, well, there you go. Hey, if you guys wouldn't mind, take a moment to subscribe and leave a like and comment. If you want to be notified, that's great. But subscribe and that way, or like, that way my videos can reach more people who might be interested in Allen Ginter and some of the stuff I like to collect, like the oddball or the old-fashioned kind of cards, like the Goudeys or the Diamond Kings or the Goodwin Champions or the Gypsy Queen and the this and the that and the. So once again, thanks, and good luck, Miss Waters. See you.